I'm done applying the gum on my preferred leather, and this time, and I also apply the gum on the marco and the fiber for the bottom panel and the side panel. So I've allowed it to dry for some time. So it's time for me to start pressing the marco on the leather. Okay, this is the bottom and side panel joined together. First, I apply gum on one side of it and press it on my lining. This is my choice of lining. Okay, so this is what you will do first. Apply gum on one side, place it on your lining, then apply on the second side and place it on your preferred leather, then giving a space for folding allowance, just like this. And when you're dropping it, make sure it is smooth so that it will look nice. So I've placed this. I'm going to trim it like this with the folding allowance. Okay, I believe you've seen the folding allowance. Now this folding will cover the lining, so you won't have to see the rough edges of the lining. Okay, when you're done cutting it out, you now apply a little gum at the tip of the little leather you left for folding and the lining. Okay, because we are going to fold it round just like this. You see, I didn't apply the gum on all the linings. Okay, I only apply round the tips. I'm going to do same for the main body panel and the front panel. And for the front panel, I attach the lining first before the leather. Remember, so for the bottom and side panel and the front panel, you have to attach the lining first. But for this main body panel, I didn't attach the lining. What I did was, remember the 4.7 inches I asked you to cut? Okay, 4.7 inches. You paste it on, apply gum on it, and paste it on your lining, then fold. It's the way it is. But the lining has to be the same length with the main body panel. Okay, with 2 inches sewing allowance at the bottom. Okay, so by the time I place this, I will have at least 2 inches. Why I say 2 inches is because you're starting, so that you don't have to make mistakes. If it's not up to, like what I have here is less, but if you can be able to manage 1 inch is okay. But make sure you leave at least 2 inches sewing allowance, so that by the time you get here, you will be able to fold it in. So it's going to be this way on this by the time we are done. Okay, all right. Okay, so like I explained earlier, I've applied gum on all of them, so it's time to start folding. But remember, you have to make sure this is smooth before you fold. Okay, so I'll start the folding here. Fold this way. I believe you all know how to fold corners. Okay, fold your corners properly, because if you don't fold it properly, it will be visible outside. You see how it is here? So you make sure the corners are well folded. So they are all folded, as you can see. I'm ready to start sewing. Okay, but first you take the lining part of it, fold it into 2 equal parts. Okay, then fix this part of the magnetic lock. You allow at least ½ inch from the beginning. Okay, what I meant is this: you should just allow at least ½ inch from here. You can see this is to allow you easy passage while sewing. Okay, so you place it this way. Take your pointer, pierce a hole. So you pierce a hole like I've just done here. Fix in your magnetic lock, then attach the washer to it so that it will be more firm, and press it down this way. Okay, then it's time for us to sew the hand holder. Now you can add the hand anywhere. This is for the long hand. You could add it at the two. Okay, so before sewing the hand, I would like us to cut this just the same way we did on the pattern. So you follow the same step, cut this like this, and when you're cutting, you have to